I work with women who are in a pattern of being involved in narcissistic relationships and toxic relationships, and they are getting out and wanting to change that pattern. So recently I've noticed over the last week that I've gotten several new clients in, and one of the main focus that they want to really look at is why is this pattern going on in my life? What is happening with me that creates this pattern? Because they've come to a point where they realize that it keeps happening over and over and over again, and that they're in these relationships with men who are very toxic, they're very narcissistic, they're very selfish. They don't know how to have a loving relationship. And the women are suffering greatly, and they come to realize that it's happening over and over again, so it's not random. So really, I just wanted to go over quickly. There are 3 things that are happening here, quite honestly. And the first one, and a lot of women are kind of surprised to find this out, is that your family of origin, the family that you grew up in, created this pattern for you and laid this pattern down. It's not just an emotional pattern. Emotions, you can't separate that from brain development. So the pattern has also been laid down in your brain and just in the person of who you are. And it stems from not getting your emotional needs met in childhood. Your emotional needs are not met, usually because your parents are preoccupied with their issues, their problems. Oftentimes there's a narcissistic parent in the mix, can be mom or dad. There's alcoholism, there are too many problems, not enough money. Any type of configuration can cause this, where the children don't get their individual needs met and they are not focused on and supported in their own development. And nobody's needs get met when there's unhealthy family of origin. A lot of people don't realize this. I get many women who come to me and say, my childhood was really, I thought it was great. I mean, it was fine. And then when we really take a harder look, we realize that yes, maybe their financial needs were perfectly well met and they had a great life in that regard. But when we dig deeper, we always find there's emotional neglect. Okay? And neglect is abuse, quite honestly. So that's number 1. Number 2, with your parents being preoccupied and unable to meet your emotional needs, you never developed a pattern of self-love. And I'm not saying selfish love. I'm saying self-love that's healthy selfishness. You never learn that. You didn't learn your value. The message that you get in a family where you have neglect like that going on, in some families it's worse. I mean, there's outright abuse, and of course that creates the pattern, but sometimes it's more subtle. But if you have that going on, you just don't learn your value. If you're not attended to, the message that you get is, I'm not really worth anything, like I don't matter. And then you grow up trying to serve your parents and meet their needs, or you grow up trying to provide for your younger siblings, things like that. You start to take an adult role on before your own needs are ever met. So that's second. The third thing is, because these things happened, you are, as one of my clients called it, you are easily charmed. Meaning you are very susceptible to the love bombing that the narcissist will do. What happens with a narcissist is they don't have the ability to love, so in order to get somebody into their realm, they're going to love bomb that person, and they know exactly what you want, how you want to feel, and they're going to make you feel that way, and you're so open to that because it feels like a balm to your soul when you're being love bombed. But it's not authentic, and it's not coming from your partner's heart. It's manipulative, period. When you're dealing with a narcissist, it's full on manipulation, okay? So you are very, very susceptible to this, because when someone shows you that attention, wants to be with you all the time, maybe is giving you gifts, maybe, I don't know what all they do. Every narcissist is a little bit different, but you're getting love bombed and you're loving it. So you are susceptible to that. There is definitely a cure for this pattern. There definitely is a cure, and I'm going to talk more about that hopefully tomorrow. And so now you kind of know what's going on. If this resonates with you or you have questions for me, please drop me a comment.